Hello and welcome to VB411. I'm your host, Miz Information, City Hall's know-it-all, here to separate rumors from fact. Today's hot topic, dredging projects. Now, before we get started on our main story, let's address a question from our beach bucket. Christine asks us, why do some street signs have the city seal on them and others do not? I've seen them at Princess Anne Road and Concert Drive, Columbus Street and Independence Boulevard, and other intersections around town. Well, I checked with our friends in Public Works, and they said the practice began with a previous Public Works director. As the signs were being replaced during regular maintenance, ones with the city seal were added. When a new director was hired, he made the decision to discontinue including the city seal on the signs since it wasn't visible from the ground and as a cost-saving measure. Now, these signs last a little more than 10 years, so you'll see them around town until they're eventually replaced due to old age or other damage. To learn more about street signs in Virginia Beach, please visit www.vbgov.com/VB411 and click on the Street Signs article. Now, there are a number of projects happening in Virginia Beach at any given time to improve our infrastructure and overall quality of life. Lately, dredging projects throughout the city have been a topic of interest to some concerned residents. We sent out our field correspondent, Brandon Mitchell, to see what's going on. Brandon, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
So, can you tell us what you found out?
Certainly. I found out a lot from speaking with our Public Works Department about how the city exactly goes about dredging local waterways. And trust me, it is quite the operation. Dredging. We hear this word mentioned often, but what exactly is it? Being the curious and adventurous one that I am, I geared up to go get that very question answered. And let's just say, I was a little in over my head. Well, almost. So it turns out there's a lot of muck out there in Chesapeake and Colony, which probably explains why certain areas need dredging, but I wanted to learn more. And for that, I needed an expert. So I went to go talk to Dan Adams, an 11-year veteran with Public Works, who for the past 5 years has managed dredging operations in the city's tidal waterways. Briefly tell me, what is dredging?
Dredging is basically just removing shoaled material from the bottom of a waterway to either restore navigation depths or to restore stormwater capacity. The dredging schedule is based on the rate of shoaling. And in the case of a neighborhood dredging project like Chesapeake and Colony, we anticipate 3 dredging events about 7 years apart.
Throw you a curveball here. Do all navigable waterways get dredged in the city?
Well, no, they do not. That's a good question. The city has historically maintained Rudy Inlet, Lynn Haven Inlet, the main branches of Lynn Haven Inlet. We've never embarked on dredging all of the waterways. There are just too many waterways in Virginia Beach to make that feasible to do citywide.
So I went to speak to Jason Wilson, who oversees the dredging operation over at Rudy Inlet.
The Rudy Inlet is cooperatively maintained by city forces as well as the Army Corps of Engineers. The city is responsible for the day-to-day maintenance, primarily in the sand trap. We like to keep the channel at 10 feet below mean low water, and that is what our permitted depth is.
So the city maintains the main navigable waters, which are waterways deep and wide enough for boats to pass through, like that of Rudy Inlet. But what about when the waterways or lakes are privately owned?
An SSD is a special service district. That's a service the city provides that's unique to a neighborhood or a district. In this case, it's a neighborhood dredging special service district, and it's simply a tax surcharge on the real estate value of the property that funds the dredging program for a neighborhood.
Dan mentioned stormwater mitigation, which led me to my third expert, Tony Alger, who oversees stormwater dredging projects in several neighborhoods, including Windsor Woods.
This is one of our largest canal projects in the neighborhood. We're excavating approximately 10,000 cubic yards of material from this site. And the difference from this particular project and say something like Rudy Inlet, this project is for flood mitigation purposes instead of like marine traffic. Currently, we have spent approximately $4 million on dredging in this neighborhood and also in Princess Anne Plaza. And as far as a return on investment, we have had some positive feedback from some residents in the neighborhood already. I know we experienced quite a bit of rainfall this past summer. And there's a particular roadway that usually floods in a normal rainstorm in the summer, and these residents have commented that the roadway did not flood after the improvements were done at that canal. The neighborhood will see benefit from each phase of the project. For example, the dredging by itself has already provided some benefit for those people who drain to the canal. We have some early implementation project where we're going ahead and upsizing some pipes in some problem areas. It's going to be a continual process, and after each stage is completed, there will be more benefit.
So whether it's for navigation or stormwater mitigation, dredging keeps our waterways safe for travel and improves our neighborhood's resiliency to flooding. Now, if anybody would like more information about dredging, all they have to do is just go to www.bbgov.com/VB411 and just click on the dredging article.
Wow, great job, Brandon. Maybe one of these days I'll get the chance to get outside the studio. Well, now you're in the know. Thanks for joining us. If you have a burning question or a topic you'd like to see us cover, send it to me at mizinfo@vbgov.com. See you next time.